We need to adjust it. I'm not on, but I will be. It's just you. You're the. I guess so. Maybe not. Maybe it was. Yeah, that's good. And I'll kind of get back. I'll get back this way. So we are starting the show. Not everybody's here. The engineer's not here, so we're very limited at what we can do right now. We can talk a little bit. I can adjust Ryan's microphone. I can try that. See how it's going. Is that your microphone? Is that your microphone?
Test.
Wait, is it? Here it is.
Test
He's
one.
got a microphone too.
I don't have the microphone on.
Look at this. That's on. And you can't really adjust it very well. It's kind of slippy. But you can try.
Test.
There you
Test
go.
one, test.
You got your earphones on? Can you hear your earphones?
I can't hear anything in my earphones.
Okay.
Test one, test two.
Wonder why that is.
Test one, two.
Maybe it's because he's real low. Can you hear something now?
I can hear you now.
There we go. There
That's
we
great.
go. We're up and
A
going.
little hollow in my right ear. I think.
Well, I think
Wiggle
it's
the wires.
there's a lot
Wiggle
of
those wires,
bad
Paul.
connections. Okay, our engineer has just showed up, so we can now check to see if anybody's actually watching. If it'll be a treat. It'll be a surprise. We'll see. Well, look, this will be the first we'll know of it. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
There's zero.
Zero.
We got one like though. We got 0 viewers and one like. We didn't know until right now.
Who knew?
So welcome to the 6th episode. I kind of like this where we can see ourselves here and kind of look over there if we need to for emphasis. And then we can look at each other and touch our little fingers together.
This is the finger I
Declaved.
cut off. Well, I wish it was just deglove. It was like decapitation.
Decapitation. I hope our sound's okay.
Cleaved it.
Ooh,
Cleaved it.
That was nice.
It was not nice. It was gross.
I'm just talking about your levels.
Oh, yeah. Levels are nice. Sounds great.
Okay. Good sound.
Good
Wait.
sound. Good sound and great oldies here at Paul Gubbins' Show from the Basement.
Little bird's not on at all over there.
Why is the category how to and style?
Who's breathing? Is that your breathing? Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was breathing.
You just stop breathing.
Why is the category how to? And
Well, because in this episode, people are going to learn how to style a radio show.
How to laugh with Paul and
How
Ryan.
to laugh. Well, I just had to pick something.
Yeah.
And so that's what I picked. We have an hour to kill. Steve Cefalo wanted me to call him.
That'd be great. I'd like to talk to Steve.
But there's all kinds of other things.
Not that he wants to talk to me.
Did you see all the tapes everywhere?
Yeah, I noticed. I saw them on YouTube.
Did you see? Oh, you saw that I've been putting tapes.
I
on
saw
YouTube.
that you have been posting tapes to YouTube.
Well,
That I've not listened to any of the documentation yet, just because I haven't had the opportunity to.
But there's a lot of them have a lot of empty space at the beginning, you know. But because what I've been doing is, I've been wanting to listen to these tapes, and I want to save them and record them, but I don't want to sit at the computer and wait while they play. You know, I want to walk around the house, and I would put them in my Walkman, but then I can't record them on the computer. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
A lot of.
yeah.
So do you know how I solve the problem? I stream them. I come in here and put them in here, and I stream them live to YouTube, and I go listen to it on YouTube, whatever I'm doing. So it's my little tape player.
That's a nice tape player.
I know it's a nice little
Optimus.
I think it's probably Radio Shack. Maybe is a.
It is almost like a clock radio without the clock in it.
Yeah. So I got one of my little tape players. I got a lot
great.
of them out, in different places, and I got one of my little
Tape caddies.
like from the TV show Dexter when he opens the. But these were so I have 4 or 5 I think little tape things like this of tapes, and I've got a few boxes of reels. And what the tapes I've got, so I've got some boxes have original, like the original 4-track tapes. So they're you have to have a 4-track to play them. I don't have a 4-track anymore. And so then I could get one, and if all of our concurrent listeners are excited about it, they could start. Put it on my Christmas list,
I'm gonna look for one. I'm not seeing any laying around the house lately.
Yeah, I've had so many, and where are they now? They're wherever my Casio SK1s are. And
sold on eBay.
Sold on eBay. And so this box, when I pulled it down, happened to be little mixtapes that I would mix down off stuff that I was recording on the 4-tracks or on my reel-to-reels. And even later, when I was recording on hard drive, sometimes I would mix it down to a tape, but that would be very rare. But just to listen to it in the car. And so this box, I've been going through my little mixtapes. It's been a lot of fun. Got some unusual stuff. Oh. It's a pretty exciting show.
We
already.
have a viewer.
I know it's probably just my wife. Not that she's just my wife. She is my wife. And so we were just talking in the other room about when our car got broken into 20 years ago, and all of our tapes got stolen.
Yeah.
Our Kevin Thornton tapes, and tapes from the Fabulous Spiritual War, practice tapes. And Kristen used to make copies of those and send them to me because they were fun, they were funny. I listened to them and be like, that's fun. And I would go in high school. In high school, I would go to the dollar store and I would buy these informational tapes. Like you could get
Hoover Dam.
You could get like a little stack of them or a little pack for $4 or for $1 or something. I don't know why I said $4.
For $1.
For $1 at the dollar store. I don't know if you can see it out there, America. And so
or the world, wherever you're at.
Or the world. Wait, we're not recording. Just go ahead and hit record now. Oh, it's the beginning of the recording. You missed the whole beginning. Okay.
You didn't miss nothing.
So I would buy these and I would tape over them. I'd make little recordings for my friends and mostly for my future wife, Kristen. I'd make her all these on these different tapes. And then it was funny because you'd leave little parts on, it'd be like me singing, and then it'd be like, and then the Utah Board of Governors declared, then I'd go back. So, those were in the car. Those got stolen.
That's unfortunate.
Oh man, what?
Yeah.
Hey, there you are. And so, but another thing is that I was thinking about all those tapes. That was like my young. They're all gone, and I used to have all of her love letters, and you know what an artist she is. And those I tossed in the trash, just whoop, put them right in.
Don't want anyone to see those. How embarrassing!
But it was a foolish thing to do.
Did you really throw them away?
Yeah, well, I was encouraged to.
Oh,
by a friend. A friend told me I should do it.
But I kept all his letters, and I was married to someone
Yeah. I know.
So I have the.
I guess I have the better moral standards.
it's okay. I kept all of Paul's. I kept all of Paul's letters too.
Did you keep
Paul's letters to the Weldies?
to the Weldies.
Weldies 1 and Weldies 2.
But I have this one tape.
And what's on that tape, Paul?
Well, I remember it was something I wrote for in high school when we were about 17, and it was the thing about me and her is that I thought she was my girlfriend. I think for several years before she realized that I was, that I was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And so it was,
Sorry.
But I thought we could play that.
You can play that.
Well, I don't know if we're hooked up to anything.
I don't know if you're hooked up to anything either.
Let's see what happens. Let's see. It's pretty, I'm not a, people have heard me sing and play music. People have heard that.
It's been known to happen.
It's known to happen and people have heard it. And it's just important that everybody remember, it's not like I've gotten worse over the years. I've gotten a lot better. So when you listen to things from when I was
young. Would you say you're more like a fine wine or like a hard cheese?
Well, aren't they the same? I can't be heard right now. What's going on? You gotta be talking.
Oh, sorry. I was listening to you talk to me, but I didn't realize you weren't broadcasting.
Okay, there we go. I don't know, I don't know if that's the right one. Let's go ahead and try this out and see what happens. Is that running? It's on? Wait, well, where did I just plug that into? Here?
Huh?
You can't hear what's happening. Let me turn you down.
Would you feel the same if I never would have kissed you?
Sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't understand.
Would your
It's okay.
fears remain?
I did kiss her one time.
Would your heart commit you?
The fact that you're turning red, talking about giving her a kiss once, is the cutest thing ever.
I'm being transported back to my youthfulness through the,
Well, I
You know.
sure would.
That's beautiful, Paul.
yeah.
And don't worry.
Is that going? I guess it is if we hear it. Don't worry, what?
Would you live
I would say that you have improved, but I don't know. You're still as good as you were.
I know. I really haven't improved.
You haven't got any worse.
I thought people would hear that then and think like, oh, well, he must be all right, you know? Hey, we've got 2 concurrent viewers. That means somebody's watching. If somebody's watching, stop everything.
Oh my god.
Who is it? Go to the YouTube. Go. We gotta find him.
I don't
Gotta
got-
go to find.
We
out.
gotta flush him out.
think one's me.
Well, do the aren't we here? Oh, we are here. Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't track who's watching.
You
Oh,
can't track.
I can tell
Okay.
you who it is.
Who?
It's my mother-in-law, Sherry.
She really likes the show, doesn't she?
She likes me.
She likes you. I guess and you're on the show.
She likes my shirt. That's what she told me. She just sent me a text saying she likes my shirt. This is my friend Cage Willis. He's a man from Mount Carmel, aspiring musician. We're going to Thailand together here in a couple weeks. So, as a joke, but not really, I took a picture from Spotify of his most recent release called "She Walked Away."
Put it on his shirt.
And I put it on his shirt. So I can wear it on the plane.
Yeah.
And sit next to him wearing it.
Wear a blazer over it, but make sure you can still see it. You know what I mean? But like have a blazer so they think you have a gun,
That's okay.
and you'll look like his body man. Isn't
Yeah.
that what they call it?
I don't look like anyone's bodyguard. That's
Not
for
bodyguard, body man. It's a totally different thing.
Sure. Oh, okay. I'm
I
not
don't know if
guarding
it is.
anybody. I might grow
Okay.
something in a garden, but anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, thank
So,
you to my mother-in-law,
Thank
Sherry,
you
an awesome person.
Yeah.
Super host.
Super host.
Hosted us this weekend.
Hosted
we
you.
came and visited this weekend. We went and saw Cage Willis play in Cincinnati.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Big place. He played. It was.
He
like
played
small-
at a place called the Fretboard Brewing Company with a band touring out of Detroit. It's a great show. Good sound. The sound engineer was the sound engineer for Bootsy Collins for like 20 years. Do you know who Bootsy Collins is? Bass player for Parliament. Funkadelic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Super funky.
I've heard of funky music.
Yeah. He's famous.
Famous. It is a little bit looking over here, but I want to look back at myself all the time on the TV.
Well, I see the TV. I'm looking at you, and I just glance over to the side of my head, and so I'm just checking out my hair all the
But
time.
look at this. When I look at you, and then I look at the TV, I can see myself looking at myself here. But then when I look back, now I'm looking away. But there I'm back. See how that goes?
Yeah, I see how that goes.
Okay. Well, so let's see how much time have we got through. Let me get my phone. in my pocket.
7:14.
7:14. 14 minutes. So I'm gonna text Steve.
You text Steve Cefalo.
Let me see. Should I Facebook message him?
I don't know how that works.
I don't either. Steve, do you? We are doing the show.
You should just call him. Don't even warn
show
him. Just call him.
right now. I'm not.
He's like, "Hey guys." I'm
He
in
said
the
he wanted.
bathroom."
Like we already talked, and he said he wanted to do it.
Well, just do it.
Let's see. Well, but I just,
Who else do you have phone numbers for? We'll call all kinds of people.
well, we can just.
Do you have a phone book?
I should just go. Somebody call the water department.
Let's call the water department.
When you were a kid, did you call all the 800 numbers?
I would call time of temperature all the time. I love time of temperature.
Oh, look at this tape right here.
It's called time of temperature.
This tape is called Speeches. I don't know if anybody can see that.
Is that from Speech and Debate?
No, what this was, I had a Shakespeare class at USI, and we had to memorize, most of all Shakespeare,
Oh, he had to memorize the total
the total.
unabridged.
Well, we had to memorize a few speeches, and so, you get like 3 or 4 days before you're supposed to have it memorized. You're like, oh, I got to memorize that. So I looped it, and I put it on tapes, And I'd listen to it everywhere I went, listen to it all night long, all day long, headphones, and then I'd be able to. I did it.
Full immersion.
Yeah. So that's what that
I used
tape
to
is.
call him on the phone. Hey, what's up, William Shakespeare? Tell me about this one here.
Here's something. I think I know what this is, but I'm not sure.
It's a tape.
It is a tape.
3 viewers. Three viewers.
Who's the third viewer?
Please sign the guest book.
Please sign
Third
the guest.
viewer.
Just say something.
Ah, you stole the Olive Garden mix.
The more it snows, tiddly pom. The more it goes, tiddly pom. The more it goes, tiddly pom. On snowing, and nobody knows, tiddly pom. How cold my toes, tiddly pom. How cold my toes, tiddly pom. Are growing. Waiting for the winter time on WBJU 88 FM.
So, I was a broadcast engineering major for a semester at Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina, and that was a station identification segment I produced. I don't know that anyone used it.
They ought to just use it now.
But I was always, but that was funny. I found that. That's my tape.
It's Chris Dickens.
Chris Dickens. So we're supposed to call Steve, Chris. So I guess if we can see the chat. We're kind of sitting where we can see it today. So we can all have misunderstandings together. I'll show them the thing you got.
So my contribution to the show today is I brought in flyers from the coffee house days. So
Switch to the hey Winnie. Switch to that so we can see how it looks in real time. Oh, that looks real good. Look at that.
yeah.
We can do like shadow puppetry behind it.
Don't
We
need
could
to
do
do all
like
that.
Plato's cave.
But this is a collection I've been curating for upwards of 25 years. Almost 30 years, actually. Because some of these go back to the early 90s. Blast of the Rocket Boy and Scattered Few. But my pride, the pride of my collection, though, I just have to find them now because they're in the stack. I saw them earlier. We were going through them before the show started.
Are they out of order?
No, they're in complete order. My order is disorder, but my flimsy flyers. So here we go. Flimsy flyers. I have 3 total. This is February 6, 1993.
I feel we're like on a space station talking to command,
December 31st, 1992.
giving them our log of activities.
That was 30 years ago.
I love that one.
And this is November 28th, 1992. So upwards of 30 years.
You know what you would be, Ryan, if you made paper airplanes out of all these flyers? Or made like you destroyed the flyers in making some sort of sculpture. Do you know what you would be?
What?
You'd be an artist.
I'm going to curate a book called The Coffee House Culture. And it's going to have excerpts of people's memories and people are going to be able to add to it.
Is it going to have the web address internetarchive.org at the bottom?
Oh, hell no! I dropped the book.
They all folded and spindled.
No!
They all folded and spindled. Okay, wow. That was quite a bit. That was quite a bit of wild excitement. Hey, I can move from window to window if I grab this little mouse right here. Let's see this. We still have 3. That's nice. So you were on. So are you still on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're watching. That's
I'm chatting and watching.
that's kind of dangerous. That's how they always tell you how to turn the radio down so
you
there's
get
not
feedback?
so it doesn't arc.
When you're in the bathtub, turn your toaster down.
Okay, so I tried to call Steve and
Just call Steve.
He's not even. I don't know if
Call
his
anyone.
phone number.
Don't even call someone else. Just call somebody.
I can call Time
me,
and Temp.
Let me have your phone, and I'll call somebody
What
out
are we
of your
gonna do?
contacts.
What are we going to talk about? I don't want to call somebody out of my contacts. I don't want to. I'm nervous about that. You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it. Let's look at my contacts.
Let's look at your contacts.
I'll look at them.
Let's scroll through your contacts. Put it up on the screen.
I can't put it up on the screen.
Why not?
There's no way to do that.
No.
This is
2022.
Yeah,
we have
but
cars that fly.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't buy any new equipment.
Okay, I'm gonna lean over to you so I can see your contacts.
Well, no, you can't see my contacts.
I want to see your contacts.
I mean, my contacts are like I only have like everybody's ex-wife or ex-husband in my contacts.
Well.
Oh, about half of my contacts are dead. It's crazy. I got my neighbor in there twice.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I got both my
That
neighbors.
is so crazy.
Not my next door neighbors, but my outer neighbors. I have both of them
Your
in my
peripheral
phone.
neighbors.
Both
Okay.
Dennis Matthew.
Neighbors.
I shouldn't have said his name on the radio.
Oh no. One is me.
Now the IRS is going to get him for tax cheating.
Ah.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that either. Anyway, again, he's probably. I bet if he's
Okay. Well,
if he ever bugged our house, and has been waiting for me to say something on the radio show about him, I bet he's on his way over now with like a gun.
Well, let's hope not. Facebook, you have access to anyone on Facebook.
I know.
If you don't even have their phone number, you can
Why
call
do you
them
want?
on
Why do you
Facebook
want so badly
Messenger.
to be somebody else on the show? Is it not good enough? Just you and me?
Oh, it's good enough.
Okay,
I just thought it could be fun.
it would be fun, but
Spontaneity, the spontaneity of calling someone whimsically.
this isn't 2004. You know.
Paul, it's not 2004.
I'm gonna turn you
but we're
down a
still
little bit.
we're still on the radio.
Okay, this is a spirited discussion we're having.
Oh, it's not like it's in anger though. I hope.
It might be.
Let's take a drink. Paul sipping his vodka.
Okay. So do you think do you find this interesting, my tape box, Ryan?
Yeah, I do find it interesting.
What was this one? Oh, that was the Tiddly Palm.
I had a friend. I've run you over the years. You gain and lose friends, ebb and flow of life. And recently, within the last few years, I've gained a friend who is really into tapes because he bought a car with a tape deck.
Oh, yeah.
cool.
And so Andy comes over to my house and he said, "Hey, man, you got tapes?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've got tons of tapes." So Andy rifled through boxes and boxes and boxes in the attic and piles of tapes. He's so excited. And then Paul and Jonathan, that's going to be good. And he was so excited, he played them, and after 2 days, his tape deck broke.
Oh,
Are you serious?
So now I can't play him. He has no.
But are you still friends?
We're still friends.
That's good.
It wasn't my tapes didn't cause his tape deck to break. It's just the age of the tape deck. So now he has a bunch of tapes that he can't listen to.
we've got some stuff that we should listen to here real quick. Yeah. Chris. Now I want to do something for Chris. Call Steve, but I don't have his. Do I have his number?
You can call him on Facebook Messenger. Literally, there's
Why
a
is
phone
everybody?
call function.
Why is everybody picking on me?
Why is
Steve.
everybody
Okay.
always picking on me?
Well, Steve, he's gonna. Okay. Let's see if we can. Let me do a test call of some kind.
Call me
first.
real quick. You can
Well,
see if it works.
Wait, I gotta figure out where I'm plugged in.
Call your
here.
home phone.
It's you. Okay, I think I gotta look here.
Chris,
Okay.
I can see you're watching. Do you have copies of those old flyers, or is that something that you retained over the years? I know it's been a long time, but if you want copies, just let me know.
It does
I'll be
take
happy
like
to give
30
to you.
seconds for the response, and he's probably doing something. You know, it's funny on the old show, everybody just sat there at their computers, I think, right, ready to type,
Yeah,
and now like everybody's walking around with their iPhone.
yeah.
And they can't. It's like I need to get people. People are getting active, and I need
15
to get
years ago, there was less lag, Paul.
No, there was more. There was 2 or 3 minutes.
Was there?
We used to have to do experiments and say like, we'd start the experiment to see how long the lag was, and by the time the experiment completed, nobody remembered how it worked. There was a pretty interesting show on before this came on. What was it? It was you and me talking about the house next door that we bought. But before we bought it, when we just walked through it with somebody else.
All the stuff in the attic?
Yeah. It was just funny that we were... Okay, I'm going to call... So I'll call him. Call his mobile number. You won't hear him unless you have the headphones on. Just a warning to everybody. Is it calling? Is he? Wait. Okay. Almost messed that up. I mean, what if he's like at a funeral?
Well, I doubt he's going to be answering the phone then.
Hello, this is Steve. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message.
Let's just record a 20-minute message.
You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Steve, remember when you told me you wanted to be on my radio show? Because I remember. Let me message him.
Call Brandon Owen.
Wait, I got to send him a message.
You sent him a voice message.
I just
heard you send it.
Left a joke message for the radio show. I'm not really mad. I just got to...
I've never seen you mad.
Didn't it seem mad, though, when I said that? You never seen me mad?
You sounded funny.
The
The absurdity of you being mad that he didn't answer the phone is funny.
I do not have any old flyers neat to see again. I thought he was a real clever writer. That kind of didn't roll off my tongue very well.
Maybe you're just not a very good
reader. Maybe not. Maybe that's it. I don't know why I'm always picking on Chris when he's not around, like behind his back. Except I'm on the radio doing it.
He's like, oh, man.
Okay, let me say one little fun thing. Chris might like this. Do you remember this thing, Chris? I don't know if you can see it when I do this or not, and I won't know for another 30 seconds. But it's a realistic electronic reverb. It's an analog reverb that's done electronically. So it's like, instead of it like sending the signal through something, it just electronically delays it. So it works a lot like a tape delay.
Tape delay.
Yeah. And it's, I've got it, let's see here.
It needs a few switches.
I had to do a lot of adapters. I had to use a direct box and like microphone cable and all this stuff to like wire it in as an effects. Let's bring up this. Let's see.
Bring it up.
Wait, nothing there. Oh, here we go. Gotta bring up this. It's noisy. Is that up here?
Where is it? Well, Paul.
Well, this is a bummer.
Bummer.
I got no
the lights on.
Oh, that's not on. Now we'll start getting some noise and everything will get upsetting.
Maybe we'll get some noise.
There we go. Hear the noise coming in?
No.
There. Hear that echo?
Oh,
then we got woo! Woo! In the room a little bit, yeah.
We're in the room a little bit.
So.
All right.
But that's just for the drum mic. I put echo on the drum mic. Oh, like how that turns off? I got a cough. Maybe I should do the thing.
A nice vampire cough there.
Yeah, it is a nice one. I learned how to do that over the last few years from all the public service announcements.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what time is it? 7:30?
Half an hour's gone. The show is half over already, guys.
I guess I could call Chris if he's just sitting there doing nothing. We'll wait and see what he says about that.
Well, you've called Chris before.
Yeah, but I had some real questions for him now. I was going to ask him some questions.
We'll call Chris. Just call him.
I created some interview questions.
Call Chris right now. Don't. He won't be able. Do it before the
moment passes.
The moment passes.
I feel like we should.
Insecure today.
I'm always insecure in the radio show.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's attacking me now, though.
What's wrong, Paul? What is wrong with you?
That's abusive talk.
Is it? I apologize.
Okay. I wish people were more interested in my tapes. I don't mean by just you guys right here. I mean, I wish that the whole world was really interested in them. Like, and that I could sell them on auction for like $10 trillion a piece, just to prove that I'm the greatest musician in the world.
The proof is in the pudding.
It is in the pudding. I don't know why I said that. Little speech there. Maybe that's how I really feel.
Oh, Chris can't talk. He's babysitting.
Oh. What was the thing he said that last time? He said he was...
Tired of talking to you?
No, he said he was... He said something like... And I just read it like there was a comma when there wasn't. Like we're eating grandma. You know that? Like, we're eating grandma. But he said something like that. And then I acted just like... Oh, he said he was babysitting at... an ATM. He was babysitting at the moment. He said ATM, and I was like, "What kind of weird criminal behavior is that?" You know.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good joke then, but to try to redo it like that didn't work, did it?
No.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Stop by and change real quick, then head out again. Okay, I shouldn't be reading my son's text out loud on the radio. Sounds good. I'll just give him a thumbs up because he's a teenager.
Or you can just give him this, like you did to me earlier.
Yeah.
Oops,
Well, they're
wrong
right
one.
next to each other. Those are the only
Wrong
two I
one.
do. I do those two, and I do the clapping sometimes.
Give him the skull and let him.
I don't know what that
question
means. I don't do good with emojis and things like that. Nonverbal communication. Oh, I brought out some of these tapes. I feel funny that Chris is listening, and I like it almost when nobody's listening. I mean, I like Chris. I like you a lot, Chris, but you already know all this about me. And I want to tell new people about my tapes.
He's forgotten.
Do you think so?
It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to just go with yourself here.
Go with myself.
Go with the
But,
flow and get yourself.
So 20 or so years ago, I started calling my collection of things. I started calling it my archive.
Yeah.
The archive of things. And people have never seen it. People have never seen this box of tapes.
No, I've never seen that box of tapes.
No,
before.
nobody's ever seen this box of tapes before. And I've got some of my original box of tapes that when Kristen and I started dating, like 2000. That was whenever it was.
Whenever it was.
It was in,
Back in the day.
It was in 2000.
Before you were
something.
married, when you dated.
Yeah, it was a brief date period, and I went back to my mom's house and got my tapes from high school.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, and I was like, I think I got this box of tapes. I think they're all about you. I just had to go get them. And I was like, they are. Wow.
Do they hold up?
Called that one. Yeah, they hold up. They're all about like, I know we got apart now, but someday.
Well, that's beautiful, Paul.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is.
Well, no, they're all it started when I started realizing that I'm prophetic.
Chris dropped out.
Oh, no, don't drop off. Did he drop off? He did drop off.
I can sign off if that
Oh,
helps. And
Chris, I'm sorry. I'll text him. I'm texting him. I'm sorry. I feel bad now.
Oh, you've already offended two people.
Do I have his phone number?
I
I don't
don't
even know how
even
to
have his
talk to
phone
him
number.
anymore.
I think you offend more people when you're like.
When I'm nervous.
There's
I don't think
okay,
anyone's offended, honestly.
I
If
didn't.
that's offensive to Chris, then Chris probably.
I didn't mean for you to leave.
I didn't mean. I miss you.
He's chasing a little
For real.
toddler or a little one.
He's chasing a cobbler.
I'm gonna tell him I love him too. I love you. I do with the little hearts. Oh, I did all three like that. That's nice.
There you go. That's nice.
There we go. We made it up. We made up.
Oh,
to
he's
him.
still here. We lost someone else.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, ignore my text. Delete your text immediately, Chris. If you get my text,
we have to hurry up and get to
I don't-
Hawaii before he reads his text.
I think we made the
It is me.
engineer
I
giggle.
accidentally
Oh.
Oh, we
Deleted
lost
Okay.
her. We lost her. Well,
I just
disregard.
realized
disregard.
Disregard.
Disregard. Well, Paul,
Last message.
Sorry, wrong person.
Sorry. Sorry. Wrong. See, this is better than calling people.
Yeah, the Paul Gubbins radio show from the basement where we text people about things we want to talk about but don't want to say to them.
Yeah, that's how I normally do it.
Yeah.
If I want.
That's why we communicate so rarely.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do need some bubble wrap.
Oh, I've got some bubble wrap.
Should I come get it?
Yeah, there's probably a bag or so.
Okay.
What I could probably do is just bring it to you next Thursday instead of you driving an hour to get it.
Well, I mean, but I don't want to put you out, you know.
Well, I mean, I go to work anyway.
Yeah, and I guess I'm doing the radio show for you.
Yeah,
So
for me.
Yeah, well, I want you to have a good time, you know.
Yeah, I deserve it. I deserve it.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
A good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Hope that's still Chris's
Is
number.
that charitable time?
Charitable time. So what's funny to me is Chris is listening to the show, and he must have he's been in the how to and style department. That's where he was on YouTube to find my show because that's the category.
You just have to know to be around looking for Paul Gubbins on Thursdays at 7 or whatever time it is in Hawaii right now. 2,
I think.
2 a.m.
Oh, I visited Chris in his dream last
you
week.
know?
Well, he I'll probably get the story wrong, but he can't interrupt me when he's not here, like he would if he was here, probably. Like when two people tell a story that they both know. So I forget his part, you know, but he had some kind of dream or something about me and my wife and our house. And then he woke up with a song of mine in his head. And then he was telling me this, and I said, well, that's weird because yesterday I listened to that song over and over again and I analyzed it, and I never do that. And then I was like, I did that in the morning, like about 8 or 9, and it was like middle of the night when he was sleeping.
Interesting.
And he said, well, that happens. You know, people visit me. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll try to do it again. And then I tried. I don't know if he got visited or not. I tried to. Then sometimes in the morning when I'm washing dishes or whatever, getting food ready for things, I'll start thinking about something, listening to a song, and I'll send it to Chris in his sleep. Did you get it?
Well,
He quit on us.
Somebody else dropped out.
I came back on, so I think.
Oh, we
had
lost everybody.
We had 3. Now we only have 1.
Maybe we
Well.
should.
It's because you didn't call Steve Cefalo.
I called him. And he didn't, and we left a message.
Let's try again. Who's someone else to call?
Somebody else. I just can't call anybody.
You can call anybody. You can literally call anybody.
What about if I started calling people you didn't want me to call?
I don't care who you call.
You
It's
really
not my
don't care?
radio show.
But you're a person.
I am
there
a
people you
person.
don't want to talk to?
Well, I don't want to talk to Vladimir Putin.
Okay. Well, I've got him on my speed dial.
When I'm in, the funny thing is when I'm in Bangkok here in a couple weeks, Vladimir Putin will be in Bangkok, along with the Chinese president.
Yeah.
They're doing a petroleum exporters country giant symposium or conference or something.
You gonna go to it?
No thanks.
You could go try to talk to him.
I don't
you
want
know, negotiate.
Negotiate.
You could just. It'd be a very patriotic thing for you to do.
Someone said, "Wow, I'd go shake his hand." I thought, "Why would you go shake his hand?"
Well, how would you get to him?
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's just preposterous to say I want to go shake. I'm going to try to shake his hand. That's just preposterous to assume you could. But secondly, why would you want to?
Well, I mean, I don't know much about Vladimir Putin. I guess I don't follow the news.
Well,
you know?
he's not a good
Well,
guy.
he's just some guy. I've seen nice pictures of him riding around on a horse with no shirt on,
Yeah.
taking care of a puppy one time. There's a nice video of him walking, and it's squished.
Oh yeah, it's that meme video of him walking, and it's
What's the song?
I don't know.
It's and he's just walking through this, and you're like, man, that guy walking around like he knows something, you know?
Former KGB agent,
Well,
Vladimir Putin.
I mean, it's like George Bush, former CIA.
Yeah.
You know, they're all just players. You know,
They're all pawns of the
they're all
game.
pawns.
Who's the king and who's the queen?
Yeah, I mean, you know, how else could it be?
I don't know.
We were getting ready to do something before we
You
started getting
you
weird.
picked up your phone and you started looking up someone's name. And you said, I just can't call somebody. What if I called someone you didn't like?
Oh, and then we started fighting. Is this how it's going to be? You and me
The
fighting.
Bickersons. Here we are.
And, we could play some music. We got 20 minutes left. You don't like that when we do the music.
We can play the music. I'm just not very good at it.
Well, you'll get better.
Yeah,
You
I just have
know?
to play for 5 minutes every Thursday.
You'll be 5 minutes better every
Yeah,
Thursday.
I will. That's
Well, we started right now. We could get there in. We could play for 15 minutes.
yeah.
This, what I go through, so I can have a band. This is the courtship process,
Yeah, true enough.
and then we tie the knot when you get up there and strap on the bass.
That's a way to say it.
It's a way you can say things. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. I'm like wanting. Hey, we got 3 viewers back.
We got 3
I wonder if there was
back.
some kind of problem. Okay. Trying to think, should we play another funny tape? Should we do the
let's
music?
hear. You pulled out 3 tapes here, and you did not put them back into the case.
Well, they didn't
So I
all come out of the
assumed-
case.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We played the Tiddly Palm.
Your
We played
PSA.
the part of the song of the
Part
thing.
of that song, Hoover Dam.
Yeah. I remember going over there in high school and playing that on the piano at her house
Oh,
for her. And she was probably wondering, why is he singing to me like this? He's not my boyfriend. And I was like, why is my girlfriend not responding?
she's not very receptive to my music. I just love the fact you turn bright red.
I
and
know.
You giggle.
I know. Also, it was embarrassing. Not embarrassing that I kissed her. It was just at the time, we were young, and I don't know how it happened. We were in Germany. We were like in Rotenburg, old Rotenburg, like a Renaissance village. I think I had a girlfriend.
What?
I had a girlfriend. I don't know why. But I was in a foreign country for weeks with other girls. Like, what was I supposed to do? Not kiss her? She's going to be my wife. I didn't kiss anybody else. Okay. That's enough of that.
Okay.
Why am I going on like that? What's this? Is it not playing?
Off my beard and blows it in my face.
Oh,
Tweaks
these
me
are
by
my
the
speeches.
nose, gives me the lie of the throat as deepest to the lungs. Who does me this? Ha. Swoons. I should take it, for it cannot be but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter. Or ere this I should have fatted.
You like that?
I like your wife's comment more than I
What'd
like.
she say?
He dared me.
Wait, I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about you kissing her.
Oh, yeah, basically. Yeah, so that was the new tactic I was trying at the time.
It worked.
It worked.
Only works once.
Yeah.
Like a very drab, a scullion, fee upon it, foe, about my brains.
That's pretty good.
I have heard that
Some of those, I started getting tapes at garage sales and stuff, and then I started getting tape players at garage sales. And when Eli was little, most of these tapes, you pop them in, it's Eli saying like, I'm a bloody skull, like saying something crazy.
This is LGB Moster 301.
LGB, that's funny. The Lauren Gronsky brothers, that was a band I was in. LGB. But Lauren Gronsky brother quintet, we should have been. We weren't. We were a trio, but if we'd been a quartet, we'd have been LGBTQ. I can't believe it.
Well,
I've
it would have been even
I've never
funnier
been so-
if you called it yourself the quartet and there's only 3 people to start with. It'd been even funnier.
Yeah, I've never been so timely. See these guys, what they sound like. I don't know what that is. That's not normal. That's not regular. That's not how we sounded. That was doing one of the other guys'
That
songs,
sounds like
probably.
it was a test.
A test of some kind.
Yeah, like the sound.
Oh, down to 1 viewer again. Everybody comes and goes.
Well, that's okay.
Maybe they don't like the how-to and the style.
The sound engineer is still here. I'm still here. You're still here.
And our legacy is still here. 6th episode. I think we're going to do 12 and call it a season. Take a break.
Oh, yeah?
Pick it back up. I'm not, and maybe change the format a little bit.
Change the format.
I'm not saying I'm firing you, Ryan. I'm just saying.
Oh.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying. I don't have any idea about what I'm talking about. I'm just all as far as
I gotta go.
as far as I've thought about it is just wrapping up with 12 and then
How's the cookie clicking?
oh.
You have 842 prestige.
Oh, we did a different speed. That's why it's weird. Oh, it's the 4-track tape. I don't have a 4-track.
Well, let's put that back.
Yeah. So we can't see Cookie Clicker. It's not on the screen.
No.
Do you want to add it real quick?
This is called Paul G., Houston, Texas.
That was pretty good. Now they have to go back in the right order. Was that in this box?
This was in this box.
Okay. Yeah, that has no order.
Okay.
You got to probably just add a new window because it's not working. This is the tape I made, you know. I think I just recorded with a tape recorder probably.
There's no chapel, there's no church can hold love, I know.
You know, we gotta listen to that.
Bunch of crap.
Maybe rewind it.
Oh, definitely rewind it.
We'll find something fun. Let me grab something here.
All right, you grab a tape out of there. Well, we can get into the band.
Speeches.
Speeches.
Okay. Here's one that says your mental health. Your mental health.
I got one from the dollar store. It's called Mother's Heartbeat. And
That's
it's
nice.
just dum dum.
Oh,
dum,
yeah.
dum dum.
Where's the cookie clicker?
Up there.
Oh, okay.
It's sitting on the shelf up there.
There we go. Now he's getting going. Took him a second.
There's an open road ahead, I think I'll walk down it. Everyone showed me the door, I ain't found it yet. All my dreams, not as bad as it seems.
That's not as bad as it seems. That's a good positive.
All my friends down in West Texas.
This sounds so pathetic. This poor young man on this tape.
I got friends in Texas, I promise you. I'm not that lonely.
See, I think what I just did lonely heartbreak songs, you know?
Oh,
Just lonely heartbreak
that's
songs.
sad.
Lonely heartbreak, there he goes.
I could take it, but it won't take me. Why won't you just let me be?
That just goes on. you
My
know?
question is
It's
the
like-
cookie is the cookie being clicked currently?
No. We have an auto clicker, but it has to be on the focus, you know?
I apologize for that cough.
That's all right. Yeah.
Are these your notes for the night?
That was
This is your set list.
my set list. Yeah, this playing tapes, that was pretty fun. I think everybody's enjoying it.
I am.
I like just playing them a little bit. I mean, like, what? What? Stop that.
That's got some live guitar on that one.
Let me go. Listen to me go. Yeah, I like to learn a riff or two just to prove I can do it. I mean, that's just nothing, you know. I don't want to listen to that. It's not.
I don't know if this crap.
Oh, wait, hold on. Well, it gets all complicated. I'm missing one there. Where'd that one go? Where'd that one go? Hoover Dam. Okay.
My tapes. My tapes.
My tapes.
What's on your micro cassette
I
recorder?
don't know. I need to put batteries in it and listen. But I've got a couple I've got a micro cassette tape somewhere, I think, of me and Kristen singing together when we were about 18.
Is it
But
here?
no, I don't know. I just don't have it in. So we were talking about the archive. So that's part of the archive.
Yeah.
And then there's the reels, and then there's CDs, and there's a.
Did you record on your reel-to-reel? Or are they just things you've amassed?
I used to. That's what I used. It was
You
just
did?
reel to reel. I would use tapes I bought at garage sales, just like I always use tapes. Like I used old tapes or used tapes, or it's there was something like the lower the quality I found, like the higher the quality of the equipment and more you use like professional equipment, even if it wasn't great equipment, but as long as it was like professional equipment, you know, like ish. And then,
Ish.
then the lower the quality of the actual like media you're recording on, I thought the better I sounded.
Oh.
It helps smooth everything out.
That's like having a record player that's really crappy
Yeah.
that has really bad records. You know, you don't want to play crappy records on a good record player,
Right.
but it won't sound good. But if you play crappy records on a crappy record player, well, it just evens out.
That's true.
Like, oh,
yeah.
that doesn't sound so bad on this.
Yeah, it's like, but you can still hear it. So I got a computer at the end of the 90s, and I started bringing stuff onto digital, and then I started making like
the digital
these
archive.
typed out. I had a Brother word processor. I don't know. You can't really see it very well, but they've got these little. I'll just show. Maybe I'm just showing Ryan. What are you laughing at?
I laughed because I burped and then punched the microphone trying to turn my.
Okay.
I apologize for belching.
No, that's cool.
So you had a Brother word processor that you typed all this out.
I typed these out. Well, then I made copies of them, but then they
Are
were
those the
each,
lyric sheets?
No, it's the
the song set.
Yeah, for each CD. I made a 12 CD
My
set.
goodness.
And I sent it to. I started emailing with Greil Marcus. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's a rock critic, and he did. He wrote a book about a bunch of recordings that Dylan and the band made.
Yeah.
You know, the basement tapes. You know those.
Yes.
So he wrote a book about those and comparing them to, you know, that Harry Smith anthology of folk music came out in like the 50s, and he was re-releasing semi-legally on LPs when LPs came out in the 50s, collections of old 78s from like the 20s, the teens and the 20s. I mean, not that long before, you know. When you think about all these stories we heard growing up and how like people viewed recent history when we were kids, like 15, 20 years was like an eternity. And the adults all thought it too, I think. But now 15, 20 years we're like, wasn't that just... That was just the other day.
Our view of it was. It's just that we've moved into that view.
I think, but there's been a culture change about it somehow. But so, but what was my point?
I think your point is.
Oh, so Greil Marcus. So he was. So when the anthology of folk music came out in the 50s, and people started hearing all these recordings from the teens and 20s, but it seemed like such an old thing. Nobody thought to think that these people were still alive,
Right.
and they just were, what, 20s, you know, 30 years older. They just were like 70 now instead of in their 30s. And they went and found them, you know, and they brought them on tour with them, going like folk tours and stuff. But so Greil Marcus wrote about that a lot. So I had my collection of like all these CDs of stuff I did in high school, and I just felt like it had the same kind of. So I got his email from how did I get his email? I think he had a brother that had a website selling Bob Dylan tickets. And this was like in like in 2000 or something, you know. So email was like, it was just different. And so I contacted him and asked for his brother's email address, and I got like Greil Marcus's wife's email address, because people wouldn't, you know, you just have one email address for a house.
Right.
And I started emailing with him a little bit, and I, you know, if he wanted to look at this stuff, I thought he might think it was interesting. It's kind of like stuff, you know, big volumes of
What
weird.
did he have to say?
He didn't. I sent him a 12 CD set, and I never got a response after that. And I followed up with him one time, just saying like, you know, you could even just, if you could just say something, then I could use it as like a review, even if it was bad, it'd be funny. And he never responded to that either. So,
Yeah.
but you know, maybe he's just been working on it all this time.
Well, 12 CDs is a lot to listen to.
But that's just such a sliver. Is that the right word? Sliver. Such a sliver of all the works. You know what I mean? So that was.
If you could break down your whole career, your whole library of music that you've written and recorded, can you name your top pick of your favorite Paul Gubbins song? What is your favorite song, the one you're most proud of?
I don't know. I don't know. There's too many. I've got a whole like there's like a box set of those.
Are they like they're all my children? I love them
Well,
all
no,
equally.
no. These are good ones.
Yeah.
Like these I was thinking like the Rock and Roll Patrol songs. They're pretty good. We didn't do all these, but I peaked. Near the end of the '90s, early 2000s. I peaked in my epicness. I got a lot of my this. It's just this music career that nobody heard, but I did it the whole time. And things like Arc, and there's like overreaching themes.
I think
I reference things all the time, like they're self-referencing, but nobody would get it but me.
What's happened is you were a rock star in your own mind.
In my own mind.
And you were just undiscovered.
Well, I discovered myself. I enjoy my music so much. And I
still do.
I do it mainly for myself to listen to like have, on file so I can hear what I thought about something. And I kind of channel. It's like it just comes through me. When I was a kid, I used to write songs by mumbling and then trying to form words that kind of sound like words. And then I tried to think of what it sounded like. What does it sound like I'm saying? And then I'd start saying those words, and then I'd write songs around those words. So it was like channeling.
Yeah.
And my early songs as a kid are really weird. And they're about like dark underwater caverns and iron doors and wanderers and like,
That's great.
cryptic, strange ladders, woods.
Sounds like you're describing like a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon or something.
Yeah. Okay. We only have 3 minutes left. We didn't even get to our music.
Well, let's play something. We can play out. Did Steve just write you back? Call
He's
me.
at a play.
I'm at a play. Can't call. Oh well.
We'll try
Next
again.
time. There will be no next time.
Yeah. Maybe that'll get him. Maybe he'll watch the show. I don't know why. I think the show is entertaining. That's the only reason why I'd want anybody to watch it. So I don't like telling anybody about it or pushing it because I don't want people to feel like any pressure. I want them to be like, I want them to wake up one morning and just have their soul be filled with the desire to watch my radio show.
You want to hear my mother-in-law's take on the radio show?
Yeah.
As a listener, she's listened to quite a few.
I know
shows.
they are my. That's who my listeners are. Your
her
family.
Her
Good thing
honest,
I brought
her
you
honest
on.
opinion. Her honest opinion was that Paul. He sure is interesting.
Yeah.
That's her exact. That's a quote.
Is that a quote? What if that's?
I said, he sure is.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anybody any harm.
No, I wouldn't. You can't equate interesting to harm or to.
Well, I'm just
that's
saying.
That's not a negative connotation.
Well, I'm just saying another positive thing about myself.
Yeah, you are.
Which is I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything to hurt nobody. Leave me be.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna skip band practice tonight.
Well, let's just play out a little bit. Let's just play it out, and then you just hit stop.
Oh, at the end of the we can. Oh, and I did something kind of fun.
You got the reverb going on the drums. I
Yeah.
mean, we got to test it out.
Yeah, I do need to test it out.
All right. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
so
do it.
you ready? Let me turn on the.
My foot's asleep.
Oh wait, we gotta do. There's a whole bunch of steps to this. There's a whole bunch of steps. Wait, what was that noise? Who's that? You being noisy? You being noisy?
I'm being noisy.
What? I turned you down.
Okay.
Stop tipping it. Did you want to say something? Wait, I have to get a. Okay, we'll just go. We'll just go. Everybody will deal with a little. I'll turn. Wait, I got. Okay. There we go. We got that. And then, see if he comes on. If he comes on, see if he comes on. It's not very loud there at the thing.
Sure.
But we're doing the okay.
It's definitely not loud because I haven't plugged it in yet.
Oh, who's that? Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's kind of loud.
Oh, it's loud like that. We're gonna have a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise, but it's kind of a. I'm just trying out different ways of setting up the room to see how it goes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. tune. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. We got to turn towards the... Can you get through? You just got to get through.
But I'm like visible.
Are you visible?
Oh, I can change that.
Change it. Yeah, change it over. Change the visibility setting. There we go. Oh, look at Ryan. He looks real cool. Right there in the camera, shaking it in the cameraman, just like the MTV.
I'm still trapped.
We're trapped. See, I tried to make it with more space. You know, like there's more space in the room.
It's on. It's live.
It's live. Give a little tip tap, Winnie. Give a little tip tap. Tip tap. Not like that, on the drums. Maybe we should just do the regular stuff. Like the boogie woogie. It's like I'm playing something like I go into the fast. I'm playing 3 chords slowly over. It's not too fast. I didn't mean to insult you like that.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm not insulted.
I know. I'm trying. Do you like the echo?
I like that.
The sound is a little bit better. The guitar is still low. Switches work. It's pretty nice. Switches work. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining the show today. Our 3 concurrent viewers would like to thank each one of them. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you, number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Thank you, Chris. And thank you, what's your mother-in-law's name?
Sherry.
Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. You know, Sherry has been our best listener, and I'm embarrassed that I had to ask her name again. So thank you, Sherry.
What's my wife's name?
Kinsey. And she's your wife. She's not Mackenzie. About this, you want to see? We'll do this whole thing, and then we'll get a copyright on this. After that, we could do this one too. Okay. That's the end. Go shut it off.